I'm Aaron Gallo.
I'm Marty Hogan.
And I'm Eric Perry.
And we're from the Starfleet Escape podcast. And you're listening to another great Four-Eyed Radio product. For more shows, check out foureyedradio.com.
It's your good pal Steve-O from the 4i Radio Network. I'm here to talk to you about a wonderful designer we all know, Revenge Lover. Illustrates and designs that fit your personality. For samples and inquiries, please visit revengelover.com. And just do yourself a favor and tell them Steve-O sent you. I know it really doesn't count for anything, but I mean, come on. Who are you gonna trust? You gonna trust somebody else? No, you're gonna trust me, Steve-O. Because, face it, I'm awesome.
I'm sprung, dog, she got me doing things I'll never do. If you ain't been, I'm telling you, I'm sprung, dog, she got me doing things I'll never do. If you ain't been, I'm telling you, you do. All she doing is acting like she want me. She calling off all my homies, even all of my other wrongness. She ain't even my main lady. See, I've been thinking about it lately. Man, she really don't deserve me. All she wanna do is hurt me. So I gotta get away from her. But now I'm leaving quickly before she come and try to get me. And I'm taking everything with me. But it all come down to
Woo! 05.
What? You want to talk about a song when the beat comes in, though? Oh, my Lord, dude.
It was Mozart, right? What was that?
That was directly influenced by Mozart. That is T-Pizzle, dude. That is
Hit King.
the
Pete
concerto
Rose.
of the Desperado, dude. That guy he had some bangers.
Mr. Auto-Tune.
In the mid-aughts?
Oh, yes.
In the mid-aughts, dude? Was T-Pain not doing it?
He was doing it there was something you were bumping big time?
I'm sprung. I don't think I had a choice, dude. Couldn't avoid it.
That was on the radio.
I'm talking summer 05 right now, dude. We're bringing up summer 05. I was sprung back then. Were you?
Oh, certainly. I didn't really know what he was talking about.
You doing things you never do.
And when I'm with you, I'm something new.
If you ain't real, I'm telling you, I'm sprung.
She got me. It
It
was good.
didn't make a lot of sense, but you were just like, I feel like I'm sprung.
Auto-tune stuff. Were you into that auto-tune?
I wasn't. I didn't know enough about it to not be into it.
He was the king of it.
He created a whole different avenue. It's
Right.
like, I don't have that great of a voice.
It's a Chris Brown song I liked that they did.
You liked most. You've never not liked a Chris Brown song.
Well, there was a tough time. There was a stretch of time in there in Chris Brown's career. It was tough to get behind.
You've
what
backed
Chris
Chris
was doing.
Brown since he was a 16-year-old. That I know.
CB, man. I'd say yeah 3 times to that.
Yeah.
Get that?
What is it?
I'd say yeah 3 times to that. No, that was a tough look. When those pictures came out of Rihanna, are you kidding me? That guy's an asshole.
I always questioned that he even had a right hook.
Oh man, really? It's early in the PCast to be heading towards domestic violence.
I'm sorry. Dude, T-Pain in 05, though. So we just played that because that came out in August of 2005. I'm talking
2005.
10 years.
We were talking today about, I was like, can't believe it's been, 10 years. Or we could talk about what was some hits of the summer of 05, which was 10 years ago.
Well, it was 10 years ago this month, in the month of August, that Michael James Turner, moved to Tempe, Arizona, to attend the Arizona State University.
Are they throwing a "the" in front of their thing?
No, but if you drink enough, you can add anything to the name.
It's Arizona State University, though.
Well, I mean, it's the Arizona State University. Every university is the thing. Ohio State, fuck Ohio State.
No, I think they say that because the is there when you search Ohio State University.
Fuck them.
I know. I just wanted to get your blood boiling a little bit. It's just easy to get it going.
Dude, Scarlet.
Are you okay?
Can shampoo my crotch. That's all I say.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah,
I moved here 10 years ago.
Can't believe
this
it.
summer. I'm Sprung had just come out, and I was so sprung on the idea that I was even a Sun Devil.
Now, when you moved here, did you call it Tempe or Tempe?
Tempe.
I remember when I first moved here, people were like, "It's Tempe, Arizona."
Who said that?
Some pretentious douchebags.
Yeah, I don't know. I still call it Tempe.
Tempe, yeah.
It's Tempe.
I do remember being told I was wrong a few times when I first moved here.
Well, there's something. There's a tilde.
Yeah.
That goes with it.
Either way, you moved here. You're an 18-year-old man. Were you nervous? Were you just beyond excited?
There's a level of anxiousness. Yeah, I remember going to the dorms and meeting some people that I'd never met before, but I had spoken with over the phone. Facebook was just becoming a thing.
That's right.
So, 2004, Facebook happened, and then 2005 was when it expanded beyond, just exclusive.
You had to have a college
you
email
had to
address,
have a
right?
college, email or whatever to log in. So, yeah, I was starting. I remember, I'll never forget actually taking my first picture. I was like, I got to put a Facebook picture on, so I had to take a picture. And then,
now we sound old.
Oh man, yeah, this was the beginning of something huge. And
isn't that a movie?
Oh man, fucking yeah! I remember getting in. I met my roommate, who I still know to this day, and is a good friend, which is always nice. We've been through some rocky patches. Yeah, you know him.
Sure.
But still, we're grown men now, and he's a good fucking man.
I completely agree.
And met some of my best friends. Had back patios in my dorms. I went to the dorm.
What was the name of your dorm?
It was Mariposa, Spanish for the butterfly.
We didn't know out there.
We had
we
had a dorm that was an old hotel. Therefore, we had the best rooms. We had the biggest rooms on campus. We had a pool, and we had back patios. We had patios.
Wow, that's pretty good.
And so we used to smoke blunts out there.
Jesus, get right into it.
Weird.
We used to study. I mean, it's very relaxing. Not studying out there, studying the inside of a girl's underwear.
One of our friends had a hammock out there, and I remember seeing a girl's vagina on that patio. And that was when we realized, Rihanna doesn't wear a lot of panties.
Rihanna? It was Rihanna. That's great. Pondo Replay, huh?
Yeah. She's still out there.
Different Rihanna. Are we talking about the artist?
Yeah. That was not the artist.
Okay. Just a girl named
This
Rihanna.
is just a white girl from Jersey.
There you go.
And she was a giver.
Good Lord. Hopefully you're listening tonight, Rihanna.
Yeah, I think she's still Facebook friends with me.
That's good, bud.
Oh, man. But 10 years removed. It's crazy.
Oh, doesn't it? That's insane. I remember when you left. That seems so long ago. So long ago. And, you used to call. We used to talk all the time. I do remember that.
Yeah.
We would talk all the time on the phone. Just because, we're best buds, dude. We're the Brothers Turner. And, I do remember you being a fucking asshole. You'd call. First of all, that fall was the 05 Bengals run to the playoffs. So it was one of my favorite years of my life. It was just very fun to be in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And you call, and I'd be just freaking out about what's going on. You'd be like, I can't even find a cloud in the sky if I wanted to.
Yeah.
And it'd be so overcast in Cincinnati. You'd just be like, it is
looking
so beautiful. And what about those chickens out here? Did you notice a difference in the lady pool?
Dude, you want to talk about being sprung, dude? We used to walk down campus. Yeah, there's a stretch on Arizona State's campus called Palm Walk.
Wonderful piece of real estate there.
It is something else. If you ever visit Arizona State, walk down Palm Walk in the middle of a school day, and if you're above the age of 25, bring some good old aviators with some reflectors.
Okay.
With some of those reflectors where you can't see the eyeballs.
I think they know what you're doing at that point.
Speaking of the men out there, ladies, you just do what you need to do. Maybe don't go to Palm Walk.
Yeah, unless you're. And that
Unless
first
you're-
week's got to be a very exciting week because everybody's going to class. Everybody's.
It was an overwhelming time for me.
Yeah.
It was, you walk down. Palm Walk is just where it was the most populated strip on campus that you walk into class.
Sure,
and
sure.
You're just getting to your next class. And, oh, man.
Sure, saw a lot of bike accidents, a lot of people walking into
My
stuff.
favorite thing, I think goes to anybody that went to college. Favorite thing in the world is to see a skateboarder just bite it.
Oh, yeah.
And you used to see that on Palm Walk quite often. Yeah, but it's a strip that goes all the way through campus, and there's just palm trees on both sides of it. I think
It's
that's
beautiful.
why they call
I've
it Palm
been
Walk.
down there a couple times. It's beautiful. And they're beautiful.
Yeah, you keep your head on a swivel, dude. There were some girls
it's
out
like
there.
you're out there. You're out there in the open field.
Arizona State. It's a great, great student body.
Well said.
It's a fantastic student body. I remember, man, you get with some girls that you don't even deserve out here freshman year, and then I remember I was
Hey, you deserve it, bud. Don't be
I
hard
was
on
hooking up
yourself.
with this one chick who her father was the director of player personnel for the Denver Nuggets at the time, and
You gave her the old George Carl?
well, no, I fucked it up because I ended it. I didn't even think. I wasn't. You're not thinking weeks ahead of anything.
You're not thinking hours
You're not
ahead.
thinking-
At that age, you're literally like, I got to get to
And I remember I broke it off with her before the Nuggets even came to town.
God damn.
And I'm sitting here, and the Nuggets come, and I'm talking like the week or two before. I told her this ain't it.
You said those words to her? This
What?
ain't going
This
down?
ain't-
This ain't it?
I mean, it was, dude. She was like, it was a weird situation. She was
Let's
a
break
nice
it.
girl.
Let's break it down.
She was a
bud.
nice girl.
Let's break it down.
she was feeling your boy so much. She would sneak into my room.
That sounds great.
Yeah, it was fine, but it was also yes.
You needed your space?
Yeah, I needed
10 years later, I think you still need that
even
space.
2 weeks later, I was regretting it.
Yeah.
The Nuggets are in town. She's got floor seats, passes. She's going to meet the team.
And she's on Facebook with someone else.
Meanwhile, Kmart is on the squad. Dude. Kenyon Martin is a Nugget, dude.
It's tough.
Is a Nugget.
5 years out.
And I just completely botched that, dude. That was a tough look. You live and you learn. But, fun time.
I bet. Do you feel, it's been 10 years. Do you feel you've learned anything in these past 10 years?
Well, I feel like I've grown into the man I am today, John.
I like that.
At 18, I was not who I am. At 28, I'm not who I will be. But it's a constant progression.
Exactly. Keep moving forward.
Yeah, you got to keep moving.
But you can learn
Okay,
from
I
that
am.
stuff. It's good. I remember when I was talking to our buddy the other night. Get a little deep with you here. And I
This
think
is my buddy, too?
yeah,
Mutual friend.
Reddish, yeah. And I was thinking, you helped me a lot in me moving out here. I think that I was in a place where I was stuck. Not stuck.
Were you sprung?
I was certainly sprung. But I didn't know what that. I had no clue. I don't think I cared.
You know what you were? You were caught up on an old breezy in the same city with the same friends, and you weren't moving forward.
I was stuck in a place.
puddle of mud.
Exactly. Jesus. Is that a song? Or are you referencing
band.
that album?
No, Keep It Moving by Tribe Called Quest is a song. Though.
That is. And Puddle of Mud
To
is
the K-I-M. Keep it moving. Yeah.
to the K-I-M.
I ain't got no time for shucking and jiving. I have very little time for that.
But I remember you saying you should come on out here. And I did. And boom, best thing I ever did.
Yeah, I don't know why I always had. I think I had the. I think it was the Mimi Turner gene in me, our mother's gene. When I was 18, I was like, well, what is the worst that could happen as an 18-year-old to move to Arizona? Worst that could happen is it all goes to shit and I move back home to Cincinnati. That is literally the worst that could happen.
Yeah.
And that wasn't that bad of a thing to me.
No.
At least I'll have tried. And so I had that opportunity, and I did it. And I made it work. I'm in debt to the college education. In hindsight, that was one thing that I wish I would have dealt with differently. But other than that, everything as far as the friends that I was able to meet out here are the best people in the world. I wouldn't be who I am.
I've met
right
a couple of them.
It's great. They're great people, right?
They're
Like
good.
I don't have a lot of friends out here that I gained that are just fucking like. None of them are people that I wouldn't introduce to any of my boys back home, and they wouldn't get along with them.
Sure.
We have the one thing that we have as the brothers Turner. We are good judges of character.
I hope so.
I know so.
Yeah.
I knew that. That's what I learned about myself when I went to Arizona State, because I was by myself. I didn't know anybody. Our cousin Caitlin, who was doing her own thing, she had her own friend group. I didn't really jump in that too much, but I made my own friends out here. And the nice thing is we have a good enough sense of humor and personality where we can make friends pretty easily.
Right.
But we also don't choose the wrong ones. That's a thing.
Or at least you
People
can. Or at least you can notice that he might be a fringe friend or someone who's keep him around. But yeah, the people you let in, I think we have definitely a good judge of character when it comes to that.
I got the best friends in the world. Met half of them out here, the other half back in Cincy, and I got a few more to meet along the way.
There you go. That's a good
I
attitude,
I'm
bud.
writing a Jimmy Buffett song.
I'm not sure where we're at. I don't even know if anybody's listening at this point. We're just having a conversation.
God, I hope so, John.
I like it. 2005 was a great year.
2005 was an important year. Yeah, that was Carson Palmer really turned the corner.
Mario was near the top of the track,
Let Me Love You.
Are you kidding me?
First of all, I'm shocked that I was just looking at the top 100 songs for 2005. Sprung by T-Pain.
98.
98.
Yeah.
But
but it's not shocking to me.
I remember that song so much though.
Do you really? Do you keep saying this?
T-Pain.
Or does it really come to your mind?
When T-Pain came out, yeah, I remember. I mean, I was also 18. You got to think about that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just remember when T-Pain came on, and it was like, I'm sprung, and it was like, who the fuck is this? This is kind of tight. And his hair is crazy. And then
it's also his hair is crazy.
And then he came out with "I'm in Love with the Stripper," and it was
that was a good one. How about Bartender?
Dude, Mike Jones on that. Dude, Holla Back Girl back in 05.
Oh man, that shit was bananas.
That was bananas.
BANANAS.
A lot of things. I remember moving out. What were you? Because 05, you were back in the Natty.
I was a big Bengals fan. I was working at the Silver Spring House. I was
You're doing it.
But oh man, I think I was just drinking and.
Would you say you were more of a liquor guy or a beer guy this year of your life? You're 20 years old.
20 years old. Jesus, honestly,
Anything.
it's a pretty big blur. Yeah, I don't remember a lot, but I'm sure a lot of liquor. Going up to Columbus a lot. I went to Bonnaroo.
Were you in love that year?
I was in love with a lot of things that year, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bengals, namely.
Carson Palmer.
That was a big fall.
Would have taken a bullet for Carson that year.
It was a big fall, like autumn. That was probably one of the funner because I turned 21 right in the middle of it, October 10th of that year, and then you go into the bars, and then the Bengals were good. They were fucking good, like legitimately beating good teams. That was a very, very fun time, and then the playoff thing happened. But before that, I remember going to the playoff game, and I will admit I cried before the playoff game because I couldn't believe.
Before it?
I did, because we were down there, and I went down there with my friend John Camp. This guy worked with the Silver Spring House. We had 2 tickets, front row, upper deck, and we parked in the parking garage. We're having some beers, and then these guys come walking up. Older gentlemen in their 40s or 50s, and they're like...
And you started crying?
No, they started telling us the story. Like, they were just like, we've been coming to this stadium for however long, since we were your age. We've had season tickets, and we were all just sitting there looking out at the stadium, and the people are flowing towards it. The city was alive. And they're just like, I've never seen it like this. I've never felt it like this. This is our time. Like, we're going to do this. And this dude's crying. Then he's crying, and I'm crying. We're all crying. I'm hugging a stranger.
You telling me right now you started crying?
Started crying in the parking garage.
Jesus.
And we got in there.
Before what?
Before the Bengals-Steelers playoff game.
So this is in 6 months from now.
January.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
2006, but 2005 was the team. It was January 6th.
Yeah, it was a wave of emotion.
But I'm not sure how I got to this point, but
but you're crying.
I was crying. I was so emotional.
Crying in January.
In January of 2006. But
that's crazy, dude. I was gonna start rattling off the 05 Reds roster, but crying takes the cake.
Yeah.
You started crying.
Yeah, I was emotional. I mean, I think you would have too had you been there.
I was back in Cincinnati.
Insane, dude. You
I
were
was in
not.
Cincinnati.
Oh yeah, you were. You were.
Yeah.
You picked me up
It's
that
winter
night.
break. Yeah, I didn't know you cried earlier in the day.
by the time you saw me that night, I was feeling no power. I could have been in Bangladesh. I had no idea where I was at that point. I had a Christmas party after the Bengals game, win or lose. We still booze. But why don't you go ahead and rattle off the Reds 2005 lineup? I'm into it at this point. I know Brandon Clausen's on it.
This is the end of the 2005 year at this point. We were about 15, 16 games.
Is Kent Merker
500.
on the team?
I'll tell you right now, there was a catcher who the C on his catcher roster in this point of his life, to me, stands for coward. That is Jason LaRue. He's dead to me, and he will no longer be discussed.
Let's move on.
Sean Casey was our first baseman.
Oh.
You want to go around the horn? We're looking at Rich Aurelia.
Rich Aurelia.
Second base.
Rich, I'm feeling you. I love that guy.
I loved Rich Aurelia. Also backing him up
Doubles.
was D'Angelo Jimenez.
First of all,
who
doubles.
was a yeah.
How many doubles? He lived
also
off
a
doubles.
glove that could go anywhere.
Double City.
I mean, he could play shortstop.
Utility
Manana.
man. Utility man.
Yeah, I know. I loved Rich Aurelia. Felipe Lopez.
Rich Utilia. Let's stay on Rich Aurelia. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
He played the hot corner pretty well, too. Third base, Ajoranda.
Joranda.
Walked off that year.
The Joker.
To start the year.
The Joker. We left that game.
I don't tell people that part.
Oh,
But
wow. Okay.
Left field, the donkey, Adam Dunn.
Oh, God.
Center field, the kid, King
King Griffey Jr., KGJR.
And right field, Buck Teeth Kearns, dude. Austin Kearns.
Austin Kearns. A
That
couple
was
All-Stars.
2005.
We had 2 All-Stars in
And you want to talk
2002.
about a bench, dude? I'm looking at Ryan Friel, Willie Mo Pena,
Are you getting into the bench right
Javier
now?
Valentine, Edwin Encarnacion on the come-up. D'Angelo Jimenez, dude. Kristen Norfia, a young one. Kelly Stinnett now. Dude. Yeah.
Squad. But not
Eric
really.
Milton, Aaron Harang, Brandon Clausen. Such a bad team. When
Such a bad team.
When you really break it
Uncle
down,
Milty?
such a horrible team.
I saw him at Kroger during that season or during that time, and you just looked at him like, dude, you suck.
Can't believe you cried, man.
I'm shocked that you're shocked. That's what I am.
Nah, dude, it was a tough year. 2005 though, it was a great year. It was tough to be away. I was in Arizona, and I was just trying to get acquainted to the football team out here. So I did get here, and it was crazy because my freshman year, actually, I'll never forget, the first month that I was here, Katrina hit LSU, and we were supposed to play LSU at LSU.
That's right. I remember
Now
that.
the hurricane comes in, and all of a sudden, I'll never forget being in the dorm room, and we get the news. So I think the RA said it, and they said, like, the LSU game is home now, and it was this, Saturday.
Right.
And this was, like, on a Tuesday.
I know the end of this movie, though.
Dude, and we fucking get the home LSU game. They're number 4 in the nation. Jamarcus Russell's their quarterback. A guy named Early Doucette is their wide receiver, and they ruined our year. And he's still
You're smiling. That was the best, was you just smiling at me the whole time you were telling that story. And I know how that game ends.
Yeah, that was brutal. We're up in the fourth quarter, and then they come back on 4th and 14.
Oh, sure.
They
To the end
score a
zone.
40-yard touchdown. Early Doucette's foot has still not touched the end zone. But that was crazy. Those were crazy experiences, getting acquainted to a new football team. Because I didn't really like Arizona State, the Sun Devils. I like Jake Plummer. Pat Tillman's a hell of a model American. But
no, I think when you live in Ohio, no one thinks about Arizona State University ever.
But now, 10 years later.
Oh, yeah, I know that you. I know you're a fucking Sun Devil shirt.
I'm wearing a Sun Devil shirt.
Good Lord, you've been talking about that LSU game for 10 years.
Oof, tough time. USC game was a couple weeks after that. Also tough. Reggie Bush, Lendo White, second half. Really.
You guys were up, what, 14 at half?
We were up, about 24-10, 24-7, something like that.
Feeling good.
Feeling great. How are you?
That USC team was always turned it on in that second half.
Sam Keller. That was the year that I realized that quarterbacks of your favorite college football team also do cocaine at the same parties you're at.
Yeah, they're going to those parties. Shouldn't you be studying film?
That was the weirdest thing, I think, from freshman year, the realization that, like, oh, you're at this party too.
Big game tomorrow, dude.
What are you doing here?
Yeah. They want to be part of it. It's first of all, I'd say it's you.
He didn't last till week 6.
Party.
Rudy Carpenter took over, and Dirk Cutter lost his job. But either way, 2005, great year, great time. What music that stuck out from 2005 to me? Definitely, obviously T-Pain, but also remember The Game came out in 2005.
This is how we do.
Big time.
We make a movement at the fool while we open the club.
Kanye West's second album,
Late
Gold
Registration.
Digger was a hit. That song with the Maroon 5 guy was a big one. Heard Him Say.
Oh, certainly.
on.
That's a really good album.
Great album. You could argue
What's
it's
the one
best
with
album.
Hey Mama, I know
That was
I
on
act
there.
a fool.
That was on there. And I was missing my mother from 2,000 miles
Certainly,
away.
it's tough.
Hey Mama was a big song.
It's very tough.
I cried.
Rod Slow home. Did you cry?
I cried on that one.
Oh, it's weird that I cried when the Bengals get to the playoffs.
Before the game. That's amazing, man.
Well, I didn't know that feeling, Michael.
I know. I like that. You feel the wave of emotion.
15
You
years.
celebrate Jimmy Valvano's speech.
No playoffs. 15
You
years.
cry. You laugh. You be brought to
Every day.
tears. Every day.
It's a full day.
It's a full day.
full day.
You had a full day that day.
I did. I definitely was angry. I think he left that out, but I was really angry after
Fun
the game.
fact and a callback. Pawn to Replay, Rihanna, 2005.
Certainly.
This is how we do. Weezer, Beverly Hills was a big hit.
I think Fall Out Boy was important to me at that time.
Fall Out Boy was real important to you since that time.
Did you guys play anything besides rap music when you first moved out
When
here?
I was 18?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No?
I mean, well, yeah, no, like,
I'm not saying that you should have been listening to Fall Out Boy, but I mean, was it just rap at the dorm?
when I was 18, I mean, dude, Young Jeezy had just put an album out. You know what I mean? Like, are you kidding me? Akon and Young Jeezy.
I don't know if that stands the test of
Take it
time.
easy. Dude, listen to Soul Survivor tonight. Try to act like that one doesn't bang, dude. I don't know what we were listening to.
You were listening to rap.
Yeah, it was just hip hop, dude.
Yeah.
T.I. was big. I mean, obviously the hits of the day were... Because also, you've got to really consider, 2005 was the peak of hip-hop, what it had become. I mean, 2005 was literally... And I'm not saying in a good way. 2005 was actually, in hindsight, when, to me, hip-hop had reached a peak of vulgarity. They'd reached the apex of the lines that they would cross. The Yin Yang Twins were huge with the Whisper song.
Think about it.
Hey, love, I'm never whispering you. Tell you love something you know. That's some creepy ass shit, dude. That was a hit. Talking about like, wait till you see my dick. What, dude? What did you say? Like,
Where do you see my dick?
like,
That is crazy. And first of all, how about when you didn't know what he was saying, or when it was on the radio, you're like,
wait till you see my
yeah, and you're like, that ain't bad.
Dude.
You're like, good God,
dude. Listen to that unedited.
it's tough, dude.
Yeah, so hip hop had reached that. It was killing everything though. 05 hip hop was like, because the 90s was good hip hop, right? The 90s was the golden age of hip hop. You could argue 97, 98 was like the best albums to come out, unless you know, obviously Biggie and Pac before that, but Jay-Z in his prime. Nas
Well,
in
97
his prime.
was Biggie.
97 was crazy, dude. And then you're looking at the late 90s into the early 2000s, underground hip-hop was getting into the golden age. You had Kweli, you had High Tech, you had Atmosphere.
2000 might have been it.
Fucking 05, 50 Cent is making his third album. So he's past his prime.
Totally. Candy Shop?
Yin Yang Twins,
Get the
Collie
fuck outta
Park, and the South is really coming up. Houston was huge in 05. Dude, Chamillionaire meant a lot to me in 2005.
I can't do it.
Chamillionaire
You just
mattered
looked at me.
a lot to me, dude. I did the Jim Rome
Oh, you just hit the table.
Hit the table.
Dude, Chamillionaire?
Chamillionaire. To me, Riding Dirty, dude, we almost got stopped by the cops 3 times with Riding Dirty song playing. I'm talking about that specific song was playing, and I'll never forget being in the back of a car with that song going, because it was such a popular song.
Trying
Riding
to catch
Dirty.
me riding dirty.
crazy. Crazy Bone was in it. That's how crazy the song was. And
I feel so violent.
yeah, smoking on that ecstasy.
Walking with that ecstasy.
I was just talking about Bone Thugs earlier today.
Yeah, you should keep talking about
I
it.
talk about them once a week. But 05, that was the biggest thing. That was the radio.
It's pretty whack.
In hindsight, yeah. Dude, Miss New Booty.
I found you.
Miss New Booty, dude. I'll never forget that spring break that year when I remember always thinking, somebody met their wife tonight. And that
You were
story.
thinking that's pretty present.
It's a
I like
crazy.
that
Yeah,
about
it's
you.
very. I'm omnipresent.
Yeah.
You know that.
You're everywhere.
And
Jesus.
are you literally everywhere? But think about it. Somebody like 20 years from now, somebody, their kid can be like, how'd you meet mommy? Well, it was
Is it Coconut
it was
Joe's?
Rocky Point,
Right across the river from
2005.
Cincinnati.
and I'll tell you what, she was Miss New Booty
Yeah.
of the night,
I approached her and said something
She
along the
got
lines
love.
of, I found you.
and Papa didn't have a rubber that night.
Oh,
So
man, Papa. You've been saying that a lot. Papa.
Papa, Daddy didn't have anything. That
Yeah, and now I'm a daddy.
night. And now I am a Papa.
God.
Hindsight is 2020. Oh, the irony. Also popular that song that year though. John Mayer Daughters. That's always important.
Certainly, yeah. That was important to me.
Kind of even out.
Probably
the
why I
hip
was
hop
crying at the.
Yeah, but yeah,
I was
but-
listening to different music.
You listen to Daughters. I don't know. I mean, I don't think I'm wrong. In 05.
No.
That was crazy big that time, and I was
It
just
was.
18, trying to go to parties.
I know, and that shit was on. It's true. It's true. I mean, I guess you look back, we definitely didn't have the best. I mean, when you look at the top 10 for 2005, you're like, really? God damn it. This is what we were 18 or 20 with? But it is what it is. 2005 was a good year.
And I'll still stand by the fact that T.I., You Don't Know Me, and Bring 'Em Out are good songs. 10 years later.
Hey, no one's questioning, but
Yeah, that was. Those
I'm
were
with
good.
you on that. Yeah.
T.I.
I'm
was
with
doing
you.
it.
100% behind you on that.
And you know what wasn't on that list that should have been on that list? 2005?
Daniel Powder's Bad Day.
The number one. No, that was 06.
You had a bad day. Your girlfriend went
The
down.
number one album of that year that should have been, and it's still, to me, as close to a perfect album as hip hop gets, is Little Brother, The Minstrel Show.
2005.
Came out in 2005.
I was actually wondering when you would realize. I wasn't going to say it. I couldn't believe it took this long, actually.
That album was huge in my life. Still is. Love that
How
album.
do you not remember that summer of just you were just bumping nothing but that?
No, that was so. It actually came out in September of 05. So that I'll never forget
Oh, so
walking
the next
into
summer.
Hoodlums on Arizona State's campus, going and purchasing The Minstrel Show by Little Brother, putting in a CD player, a Walkman.
Oh yeah, we're
I
old.
had in my LL Bean, I had a little loop that you could put the cord of your earphones out of and put the Walkman in your backpack, bumping that, pressing play. I had that no skip shit, dude. I'm talking like the fucking, you know
Oh,
what
yeah.
I'm saying?
I
That
know
shit
the
wasn't
no skip
skipping, dude. I
Walkman.
could shake it for like 10 seconds.
You even tested
before
it out,
skips.
but then it would skip,
10 to 12 seconds of constant shaking.
and then
it'll
it'll skip. Yeah, it's good to skip.
But yeah, dude, it was one of those Sony ones with the weird W on it.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
I had a light purple one, almost like an off blue, and yeah, I had that album. I was making crazy mixtapes, crazy like CDs that were just the cuts, dude. Just 18 tracks you could usually fit on them, unless you had a couple of little 2-minute heaters. Get 20 tracks maybe.
right.
Big time in my life.
2005, man. It was important. It was important.
It was happening, dude.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, I was repping a Samsung flip phone, and I thought I was the shit, dude. Looked like
You
a little
don't know.
pebble.
Looking back, you're like
One of those
Jesus.
pebbles.
Oh yeah.
What kind of phone were you rocking? 05.
God knows. I don't even know.
Did you have the flip? You might have been repping Nokia still.
Probably Nokia. I don't know. I have no
Nokia
idea.
was a fine phone, John.
10 years ago, I have no clue. I have no clue what I was doing 10 years ago.
I remember 05 because I remember getting texts from certain
I was
girls.
crying at Bengals
You
games.
cried at a Bengals game.
Before a Bengals game.
You probably didn't even have a phone.
A guy crying in the parking lot before the Bengals game? Probably
Tell him to
phoneless.
call somebody. He doesn't have a phone.
That guy's been crying for 20 minutes. Leave him alone.
What if we realize now that you cried before every game and you were so drunk?
And I'm
you
just
don't
trying to.
remember? Yeah.
I was emotional, man. I really was. I thought we were gonna win the game.
Oh, I did too, dude.
I thought
Carson
for sure.
Palmer fell off.
I thought for sure we were gonna win
My
that
whole
game.
life fell apart.
Yeah.
You could argue the next 3 years of my life were significantly changed in that moment.
Me too. But what about 2015?
2015 is here.
It's a good time. It's hot out here.
It's an important time to be alive.
August is tough, but we're getting through it. How you been, man? How's work going, bud?
Oh, dude, still, I'm not the new guy anymore. I feel like I'm established. I feel like a couple people really liking my zingers.
Are you that guy? Are you throwing zingers out every day?
No, because my zingers are too, like, I don't have zingers. I have
You
subtle
have
ass.
sexual harassment claims.
I have subtle ass shit that if you catch, I should be fired.
So you throw them out there hoping no one understands what you're saying?
No, people like it. People are. There's no HR. So
Oh, yeah, it's
I
perfect.
thrive without HR.
Perfect for you.
Yeah, works good.
Work sucks. I know.
That's Blink-182.
She left me roses by the
That was
stairs.
big in 2001.
Yeah. What's my age again? Ah, man.
What's going on with you? We went to what we do recently? Birthday party.
Yeah, Carolina's birthday,
Woo! You got a
which is
old-ass
all
girlfriend.
weekend. You get that thing
You got
dragged
trade
out,
down, dude.
Yeah.
You're dating an old chick right now.
Really? You think she's
Trade
old?
them out, dude.
25? It's too old for you?
Well, because she's, I don't know.
She's got an old soul.
She's got an old soul, but her shoes are new.
Hey, I got my new shoes on. Yeah, so, first of all, it was the
Just
worst.
reiterate, that's not a song that you just sang.
I
Right?
did, yeah.
All right.
You don't know that one?
I've got my new shoes on.
It's 2005, man. No, I don't know. I can't remember the name. It's some Irish guy. Yeah, it's a song
Van
called
Morrison.
New Shoes. No. Either way,
Hosier?
we'll end the song with it.
Hosier?
We'll end the song with New Shoes. Or end the show with New Shoes.
I've got my new shoes on.
No. Hey, I've got my new shoes. I'm not going to sing it.
It's Hosier.
It's not Hosier. I will hose you down.
Take
But,
me to church.
she girls and their birthday, they just make it a whole thing, do they not? Have you found this? You had a girlfriend before, right?
Birth week.
Birth month, almost,
Yeah, you could argue birth month.
because they're not birth month. You don't have to celebrate the whole time, but they're talking about it for a whole couple weeks before it.
Yeah, it's
Like,
a
it's
thing.
coming up. What are you doing? What are we
Yeah.
doing? What's going on? And hers ended up being on Monday. So then you got to. It's a bad day,
Yeah.
tough
Monday's
day.
because you'd rather
Monday's
be
the
on
worst
Friday.
day. Yeah,
Rather
because then you're like,
be-
boom.
It's Friday.
We're celebrating it today.
Yeah.
This weekend we'll recover.
Monday's like a trickle effect.
Oh, so horrible. No, it was actually great. But we all went to
Good recovery.
we all went to Thirsty Lion on Friday
who's we?
night. A big group of us went out Friday night. You were there. Do you remember?
Oh, sure.
Jesus
Yeah, yeah.
Christ.
I was there.
Unbelievable. That's the best. When I remember I got home and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go we'll go hit a happy hour with the boys down on Mill. And I was like, dinner's at 8, right? They're like, no, yeah, I got you. And
I did.
it's like 5. I'm like, you're
Well,
gonna
I
go.
got off work
I'm
at
gonna have
like
one with. And the thing is, like, I don't know who these guys are. You're like, yeah, it's the guys.
I saw my roommate.
Trousdale,
I saw the
Donahue.
ASU guys.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna get out of control quick.
Yeah. It's my March Madness crew.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're like, well, just gonna have a couple beers or one beer and eat a basket of fries. No, that's not how it's gonna go.
I did have both, though.
Sure, you did in spades, but so then we get to dinner, and we were talking about it last week, but
Dinner was at 8.
dinner's good, and you were there on time. Thank you. That's all I asked was be there on time, because you know how it is. I don't care if you're there on time, but I'm gonna get yelled at if other people are not. You know what I'm saying? If people are waiting, so thank you for being on time, buddy.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it last week, the dinner table situation. You're trying to figure out where the best place is. You don't know, though. You don't know who's going to be sitting where. You don't want to be the first guy to sit down.
Yeah.
And me and you ended up being on opposite ends of the table, which
you
was
didn't
actually...
even sit next to your girlfriend.
I said, well, I did not, because she invited... I did the right thing. She invited her friend who she had never met, or she'd never met anybody, so she didn't want her to sit alone.
Oh, her friend. That's right. The
Exactly.
new friend.
So I sat
That
in
is
between.
true. You know what? Commendable. In hindsight, it didn't make a lot of sense.
The only
I'm glad
move.
we had this conversation.
The only move.
Yeah. Because I was like, you didn't even sit next to her.
No, okay. Well, she said, "Well, do you mind if you move down and Lita will sit here?"
Mm-hmm.
Great gal, Lita, by the way.
Lita was
Fantastic.
Lita was important. To
Sat
me.
next to her the entire meal. She was great. Good
She's
conversation.
got a good soul.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And but it's good. Then you get a little jealous. Like you'll hear some belly laughs over at the other end of the table. You're like, "What are they talking about?"
I had the whole right side of the table going for a little bit.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. There's some times where I'm over here in a dud of a conversation with someone,
Sure.
and then you're hearing some knee slappers down here, and you're like, "What's going on down
At
there?"
one point before the dinner started, you did a switcheroo that almost had me sitting across from a couple that I was not going to be happy about. But luckily, I know the girl, but the guy ended up not showing up. And so you were bailed out on that.
Oh, but I
would've been
arranged things.
Super
Yeah.
pissed off.
Yeah,
at you.
it was good.
I was giving you some eyes.
You were not happy with me
Not
at
a
that
happy
moment.
camper.
But hey, didn't care.
It worked out all right.
Yeah, I was sitting next to Shaver. It was great. We were talking Bengals the whole time.
It's important.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
And then we went out that night. And by the way, Carolina says thank you. That was she really did. Honestly, she had a great time. Because sometimes she can be a little, well, this happened. She was like, I had a blast last night.
Well, I thought I brought the heat.
You really did. There's a couple of pictures of you very sweaty, dancing very hard. Yeah, it's hot out here, bud.
It is August.
In Arizona.
Yeah, and we went dancing.
Yes. Yes, we did.
But the dance club that we go to is not one of those like things. It is.
They
actually,
do play.
Dude,
Yes.
they played, and I don't want to rub it in your face, but I thought the dance floor really escalated when they started playing Usher Confessions.
I forgot about
Am
that.
I wrong?
No, you're not wrong at all.
I think we were all there. They played 3 tracks from
These
that
are my
album.
confessions.
I'll tell you right now, 2005 top 100 hits, caught up from Usher's Confessions album
04.
that came out the year before. That's how good that album is.
It's a great album. There's no arguing that.
And but this club that we go to plays just straight up the hits, dude.
But
Like
it's
late
tough to
90s,
go
early
to. Do you
2000s.
like going to those places?
No, not at all. But if I'm there, they got to play my shit.
Yeah, and they were
they
playing
do play my shit, dude.
Playing the hits.
They played Fab, dude. They
Fabuloso.
played Fab. Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
They played Nate Dogg.
I like that.
They played a lot of good shit.
That's good, man. So the weekend was fun, and then I went to dinner with her on Monday for her birthday. Had a great meal.
How
It was
many
awesome.
dinners did you end up? How many birthday dinners did you end up attending?
Just one, just the
2.
Monday
Was it
night.
one?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Friday and Monday night.
What'd you do Sunday night?
Sunday we just cooked some food at home, brats and spätzle.
Dinner.
Yeah, she
3
cooked it.
dinners.
I didn't. I mean, we didn't pay for it, but
Somebody paid for it.
somebody always has to pay for it. But no, it was good, man. And she's 25, feeling alive, ready to thrive.
25 was probably trying to think what I did. I was very content. 25 was a good year.
25 is a great year.
I can't remember what I was doing. It's 3 years ago. I started doing comedy
There you go.
when I was 25. That was a great year.
Yeah,
I was rediscovering myself.
growing.
Yeah, I would say
That's awesome.
I'm a grower, not a shower.
What are we talking about here?
Comedy.
Cockety.
Just life. But, yeah, 25 is a great year.
Oh yes. Celebration continues this weekend in Las Vegas.
Yeah, now you're going to Las Vegas.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, so the celebration never ends.
No, I'm sure we're doing something next weekend for her birthday as well. No, I'm kidding. It's gonna be awesome. I'm actually really excited for Vegas. Vegas will be good.
Well, you've always been a fan of Tiesto.
I am going to see DJ Tiesto
With her parents.
with her parents
And her.
and her. No, just her parents. She's gonna stay home.
That's going to be wild, dude.
That's gonna be fun.
You know what? It actually will be fun. But I think outside looking in, it's like, that'll be a little weird.
I was thinking it would be interesting because
It'll be interesting.
it would be very interesting. I was thinking it will be Because when you go to Vegas, it's just so intense. It's just so much drinking, and so at least maybe dial it back.
I just love that you would never go see Tiesto otherwise, but you will go see Tiesto now, and you're going to be doing it with their parents who love Tiesto.
They love Tiesto.
Yeah, that's the kicker. That's why you're going to see Tiesto.
Oh yeah,
Because her parents, who hail from Lithuania, and have been backing Tiesto
Years
since the
now.
get-go. You could say they love Tiesto
more than
like
these
I
kids.
like Little Brother.
Exactly, more than these kids now love Tiesto.
Yeah,
They don't know
dude.
old school
Oh,
Tiesto.
dude, I've been rapping Wale since before the first mixtape.
Yeah, that's your favorite thing to do, though. You try and find that guy on the come up.
I'm a hipster hip hop
Yeah,
guy. And
you
am
are.
I not? Am I right on a lot of things?
You sound so hipster right now. It's pretty incredible.
Have I championed a lot of good people?
You have.
Did I bring
And
to
the
you
first
Big
thing you
Sean?
say always
Have I
is,
brought you
"But
Drake?"
what did I say about him in 2007? What did I say?"
You're screaming.
I know I
Decibel
am.
level. Getting out of control. Secondly, dude, I've been repping Kendrick Lamar.
This is exactly what it is,
Dude,
You've been saying this to me.
but I don't get enough credit.
Who should give you credit for?
Everybody. I was in love with Wale.
I know.
I fucking loved Drake the first time I heard him. Introduced him to most people.
But what does that mean?
It means that I have a keen eye. I should be in the fucking record recording industry. Should be recording things. I don't know what it means, Sean. You're right.
I don't know that it means anything. You have a good taste in music.
Yeah, that's what it means.
Yes.
That I know good shit.
You
God
seem
damn it.
upset. DJ Tiesto.
DJ Tiesto.
No, you do. You have a good ear for music. And hey, I'm glad you told me, hey, this guy's good. Check this out.
Thank you.
But I would say I found Drake around the same time. And different. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not.
I showed you Drake.
Okay. Listen to yourself.
I do. I remember.
I
this.
gave you Drake.
I gave
and
you
I can
Drake.
take Drake
And now I
away.
Take him away because now I hate Drake.
Meek Mill. You hate him and then love him again.
I know.
You'll love him next week.
No,
Next
I
year.
actually don't mind Drake. I'd never.
You don't mind him. No, what do you say? Your
I
favorite is,
don't hate him.
I'll tolerate him.
I'll tolerate Drake.
As if Drake should be
Tolerate
tolerated
Drake.
by you.
Kendrick though continues to get better.
He's great.
That new Dr. Dre album, he's got some bars on it.
He is straight out of Compton. You know
He's
that?
straight out of Compton.
Crazy motherfucker in Ice Cube.
Saw that film.
I did not.
Great film.
I'd like to see it. Maybe I'll see it this weekend in Vegas,
You should
right,
see
right
it.
after Tiesto.
There's a good little movie theater right by the M&M place.
I don't think we're going to catch a movie.
Yeah, you should.
Speaking of movies, you saw that Chris Farley documentary?
I did.
What'd you think?
I thought it was. I like a good documentary, and I don't like a bad documentary.
Ooh,
That was a good documentary.
That will piss you off. A bad documentary?
Bad documentaries piss me off because, like, the
Especially when it's a-
Cobain thing was a bad documentary.
I don't think it was a bad documentary.
I think it was.
I don't. I don't think it was bad. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. But it wasn't bad.
Chris Farley's though, great.
I liked it a lot, yeah. And it's emotional. I was crying.
You almost did. You cry?
I didn't cry.
Jesus.
I got close, though. I was welling up.
You do cry more as you get older.
And I didn't cry, but you could feel, I was feeling emotional.
You cried as a 20-year-old before a bang.
I will not apologize for that.
I will not apologize.
I won't.
You shouldn't. I'm not saying you should.
I don't know why you're so shocked by it.
That's
The emotion
funny.
flowing through me was incredible, dude. I love
Dude,
the
you should have
Bengals.
cried when Kitna came in. That's when you should have cried.
You want to talk about a full day? That was a full day.
Jimmy V.
The anger,
Never give
the
up.
love, happiness, sadness.
Never give up.
God damn it. Chris Farley thing was awesome, I thought.
Great.
And sad. And I love they had Spade in there. Cause
Frustrating. Got that?
Shut up, Richard. But it was all those things are frustrating. When you know the end, you're like, God damn it, why couldn't he just get a hold of it?
heroin.
Yeah, stop,
Was
dude.
it age?
I don't think it was heroin as much as like cocaine and, of course, drinking and eating whatever he wanted at any time.
Oh, yeah. The diet.
Oh, the food had to be. I mean, he did everything to complete
He was
excess.
so big at the end.
Gigantic.
He was so fat.
And
at
on
the
top
beginning
of that-
in the beginning of the documentary, you could tell he was definitely not that fat. Like as a kid,
He was
obviously-
chubby, but I mean,
he was always chubby. He was always heavy set. But like, oh my god,
he's gigantic.
Man.
And
It was
it'd be-
sad. It was frustrating. And then you see this talent that Bob Odenkirk's shit was the best. Because he was just like, there comes a time when you're just like, it just pisses you off. You're
Yeah.
just like, what the fuck? I mean, he didn't say that in those words. He was much more eloquent.
Right.
But his insights, I thought, were some of the best in it, which isn't shocking. He's a genius. And then it's just, those are documentaries that are just very frustrating. And maybe that's the way I felt about the Kurt Cobain thing. It's just frustrating because you're like, he had people around him that could have helped him.
Oh, yeah.
And you watched it in the documentary, and they just didn't help him. They enabled him. The Farley thing, it seemed like people tried to help him, and it was so frustrating because he just couldn't be helped.
Yeah.
And it's just sad. But, it's cool because his impact is forever. And that's
At least it happened.
20 years
He
removed.
did all that stuff, and I mean that was important to me. Fucking Tommy Boy.
Yeah.
Probably saw that 300 times.
Yeah. Isn't that weird? I never even thought about it from the perspective they broke it down from how they talked about how it wasn't critically successful or even financially successful.
But then it came out
and now
on
it's-
video.
And it's easily, if you talk to anybody about what's your favorite comedy ever,
Tommy Boy, dude.
one out of 10 people are going to say Tommy Boy.
I think every time we came home from a night out or whatever, we just had it. Me and David Susker just had it on.
Yeah.
It was on.
And Black Sheep wasn't bad either.
Black Sheep was hilarious.
Beverly Hills Ninja?
Mehoff,
Hilarious.
Officer Mehoff, Jack Mehoff, Jack Mehoff.
I always loved him in Dirty Work with Norm Macdonald.
Oh yeah, bit off my nose, bitten off by a Saigon whore.
Street fighting music. G7.
If
You
you
just
like
said G8.
it. Oh man, that's great.
Yeah, that was a good one. I am, what's it called? I Am Chris Farley.
Yes,
We got it on Amazon Prime. You could probably find it. I think
it's on Spike TV. Yeah.
Check that out. Definitely worth it. Even if you don't know who Chris Farley is. If you don't, you're an idiot, and you shouldn't be listening to our podcast.
And Thomas going to come back there and hit you with a tack hammer because you are retarded.
But you should check that shit out. I did see Straight Outta Compton, the film that just broke every record for musical biopic in opening weekend history.
What was the
Made
record?
$60 million. It beat.
Can't be that high.
I think it beat $56 million was the record. I think it was Ray or one of those movies was big. I don't know what it beat. But most financially successful opening weekend for a musical biopic. And then it was about, obviously, NWA. There are titties and ass in this film. But I'll tell you right now, dude, like, a good fucking movie. I don't want to say great movie, but it was a legit good movie, and I didn't know what to expect from it. And then I also have different insight because my friend Gabe Goldstein, who's a frequent listener, hey bud, how you doing? He's listening to this while he walks Runyon Canyon right now.
Hey, Gabe, keep
Yeah.
walking, bud.
Yeah,
You can make
drink
it
some
up there.
water. Did you bring water?
You can make it.
I'm sure you did.
It looks far.
And,
you can do it though.
But he was kind of skeptical because he didn't know how it would turn out. But he had a lot riding on it because it was his first time he had control of the theatrical release of a film. So, fucking badass job to him. But ended up being, it's a 2.5 hour movie. So you're like, what the fuck? How can they make this 2.5 hours? Good flick. Good acting from like actors you don't know. The kid that played Eazy-E was really good. And then all the guys were good. The kid that played Ice Cube was Ice Cube's kid. His son.
It's his son, yeah, in real life, right?
Did a really good job, though. Everybody was... the actors weren't phony.
Probably had some good insight.
Yeah. But, like, that's hard to do still. I mean, I've never seen him in any other film or anything. It's his first acting gig, as far as I know.
It looks good. I want to check it out for sure. Just haven't had time. I mean, they are straight out of Compton.
Good flick.
I'm too...
Highly suggested. And also, there wasn't anything else really out. It came out in a weekend that was ideal. Dude, The Man from U.N.C.L.E., who's seen The Man from U.N.C.L.E.?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No one.
And if you haven't seen Mission Impossible by now, I don't think you exist.
My memory of NWA is... I mean, I don't really have much memory. I remember...
Give me that nut.
I remember that.
I don't remember when it occurred.
I just
I
didn't
don't
know.
remember when it occurred.
I remember
those songs when I discovered them, though, on Napster and shit.
right, and then finding out that these guys I know, Ice Cube and Dr. Dre, were in a group together.
Right.
And you're like, what? And then you were like, oh, they hated each other for a while? And you're like, what?
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy. But, I mean, I've talked to... I got this guy I work with who, he's like in his 40s, an African-American man, and he talks about how absolutely crazy it was when that was going on. Like, they were talking about what was really going on and how nuts it was for him.
It is nuts, and Ice Cube was so...
Cool. He was cool and Ice Cube.
Yeah, but he is so socially aware and so intelligent in a way that he could talk about it. I mean, Ice Cube is the dude with the bars, dude. He had the lyrics. And then his solo stuff, his early solo stuff was so just, I don't know. He was like an underground mentality as far as his social consciousness, which what he was trying to talk about with hip-hop, but also just straight gutter and raw and had good beats behind him, too. It's interesting to see Ice Cube in the film and how he is portrayed. Because he ended up writing a lot of the shit, too, for them. Interesting movie, interesting story that I didn't know that much about. Great flick. Thumbs all the way the fuck up.
All the way turned up.
Other than that, but you got Vegas coming up.
Leave Friday morning, come back Sunday night.
That's beautiful. I'm going to be recording, we're doing a little sketch comedy, I don't know what to call it. Little movie shorts I'm going to be recording tomorrow night and over the weekend. Get some production going on. Get my acting on.
There you go.
Get my Ice Cube on. But other than that, dude, I'm going to just be
That's exciting.
alone all weekend.
Sometimes it's nice when you're gone.
What?
Sometimes it's nice. Have the place to yourself.
You think?
Yeah. You don't enjoy it a little bit?
When I'm alone?
Yeah.
I'm alone most days.
Jesus.
But yeah. Inside.
Inside.
Yeah, no, it's not bad. I'll probably just be caking it, dude.
Yeah. You're not going to do much
Lay
different.
back, chilling, dude. Catch up on some films.
Sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with the makeup on.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're going to be doing?
Drizzy. Early Drizzy,
Yeah,
too.
the one you put me on to that.
I showed you that.
I never would have known
Dude, I was big on Big Sean.
Never
before he
would've
was even
known.
anybody.
who that guy
Talking about
was.
Big Sean, dude.
Cheers.
But yeah, I'm probably just be doing some comedy. If anybody's in the Phoenix area, stand up Scottsdale this weekend, holla at your boy. And yeah, I don't know what should we close out on some 05 Heat?
You should hit with new shoes.
What's new shoes?
Hey, yeah, I got some new shoes on and everything's all right. Something like that.
What? Why don't we just play T.I.?
Sure.
Why don't we do? You know what I'm gonna do?
It is a song.
I'm gonna do Young Jeezy, and I'm gonna do fucking. Oh my god, dude, Soul Survivor. You kidding me? Or you not? You know what I'm gonna end this with? I'm gonna end this with the music that you should have known back in 2005.
Paolo Nutini. That's his name.
I probably heard it. Is that just the dismissal? I probably heard it.
You've totally heard it.
I'll be bumping the shit that you should have been listening to back in 2000.
Well, you never showed me, so I never found out.
No, you knew. Dude, I forced this on you. Yeah, see, this was something that I forced on you that you appreciated years later. Little brother.
LB Business.
Something that your little brother showed you to let you know.
That's very true. I didn't know about Little Brother until you showed me. I'm appreciative of that.
It's important, dude. It's important stuff. All right, we can give you some Loving It by Little Brother to close it out.
How does it feel?
God bless everybody.
Peace and love.
Episode 62 is in and out. We'll be back next week with tales from John's visit to Las Vegas with his girlfriend's parents, seeing DJ Tiesto.
That's it. That's all we're doing.
And it'll be about an hour of breaking that down.
That's it.
And dropping, you're doing Molly with them, right?
Mostly cocaine.
I like it. Can't stop, won't stop. Yes, I love it.
And we get it started up one more time. I got the number down right here. I'm looking at it. I couldn't believe she would do me like that, P.
I just don't understand it, dog. Can't understand it. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, want to welcome y'all back to the Minstrel Show. Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all can be watching a lot of other stations, but y'all tuning in us right now, and it feels so beautiful. Performing in blackface tonight is my nigga Joe Scudder. He coming up a little bit later on in the show. I just want to thank y'all for just tuning in. It's like this, y'all. Yo, when Tay pull his verses out, promoters pull their purses out. That money for a purchase out. That charge card that they swipe for the worst amounts. Cause this is business, not personnel. Thought that I would switch my personnel. Like Big Doe and Big Pooh would be the first to bounce. But y'all niggas is boring me. I'm never gonna change up. Please join a sorority. Go step your game up. Y'all boys ain't ready for damage. You need extra planning. You in the game, but you offsides and got an extra man. And I'm the coach doing your reprimanding. I got a team to run, boy, respect my standards. And when I'm on the mic, y'all should expect the grandest. Show a lyricism, ever let them know who your man is. It's fine now.
Don't stop, can't stop, yes, so
Soul Gutter,
can't stop, won't stop, yes,
little brother.
don't stop, can't stop, yes,
And all across the world, the fly ladies and girls tell me they loving it.
don't stop, can't stop,
East Coast say they loving it.
can't stop, won't stop,
Midwest say they loving it.
don't stop, can't stop,
All world say they loving it. It's
Real
real.
big, I got a pride with niggas speaking gossip. Talk about what you know, nothing in this nonsense. That's a Bronson, Charlie, take precaution. Get you sold on the block, no, not an auction. Dilly departing, I'm not a G, but I move like they move with a handful of smarts, man. Here these niggas go rambling, cause they don't know about the business we be handling. But let them know, constant hits keep them scrambling. To the stores, to the shelves, dismantling. And what's that joint knife sampling? Who and Tay on the mic, them bastards, them. And your women, we attracting them. And if you ever wanna know what's happening, we tell them,
don't stop, can't stop,
It sounds so good.
can't stop, won't stop, yes,
It's so good.
don't stop, can't stop, yes,
From state to state, the boys making the bass, and yeah, we loving it.
don't stop, can't stop,
West Coast say they loving it. The East Coast say they loving it. Southwest say they loving it. It's your Scudder.
Yo, I wake up every morning, holding my dick, going through life like I know I'm the shit. And y'all ain't fucking with me, so why try? Why go that route? Why take that street? You can't take that heat. Man, your whole flow weak. We will take that beat, put our own words on it. We will make that speak to the crowds and the masses. And all I ask is, don't settle for the average. Rap cabbage heads. Yeah, you heard what I said. We the best here. Cause our worst days be better than your best years. We your worst fears. So get up, get out, get something, man. It's only getting worse here. Joe Scudder, little brother, man, we family. And yo, we here forever, so understand me, it's real.
don't stop, can't stop, yes,
Check the realness. If you can feel this, doing shows and videos, collecting residuals, we loving it. Knife Wonder say he loving it. Big Pooh say he loving it. J League say they loving it. Everybody say they loving it.
Don't stop, can't stop, yes, I want it. Can't stop, won't stop, yes, I want it. Don't stop, can't stop, yes, I want it. Can't stop, won't stop, yes, I want it.
This has been another proud production of the Four-Eyed Radio Network. You want to see more shows, go check out www.foureyedradio.com, you winkers.